As many of you are well aware, some of the most tough and dangerous inmates in American history were imprisoned at the federal prison on Alcatraz Island in the San Francisco Bay region of California. Given the facility's high level of security, how could these inmates have escaped? What could be the technique they have been using to succeed? Isn't it exciting to find out? Then be prepared to take a tour of the Alcatraz poison. Frank Morris, Clarence Anglin, and his brother John Anglin are the three organizers of this escape. On one unexpected day, in June 1962, at 7 in the morning, they don't answer a roll call. Thus, a guard shows up and looks for the three men. He reaches Frank's cell, finds the three of them lying on their beds, and uses his nightstick to tap Frank on the head when his head splits apart. This might have been a shocking moment for the guard. Three lifelike papier-mâché heads have been left behind as the three inmates have fled their detention cells. They encounter Alan West, another prisoner, who similarly utilized a papier-mâché artificial head. He had, however, participated in an escape attempt, but was unable to escape his cell in time. He agrees to tell investigators exactly how his fellow inmates achieved the impossible in return for forgiveness. Yeah, he would be able to reveal a huge amount of unknown information. There are not many possibilities to assist in the escape. When peering into an Alcatraz cell, there is an air vent beneath the sink. Due to the degradation of the building and the impact of water on concrete, they were able to remove the concrete surrounding this vent with spoons. They work through the night, keeping an eye out for one another and planning how to hide their work. Using green paint he got from his jail work, West shows the other inmates how to color the area around the vent. Then, they begin creating papier-mâché vents to hide the holes they are creating. To remove the bolts that seal the roof vents, the escapees will have to spend weeks or even months outside of their jail cells. Nevertheless, the guards check on them every night on a regular basis. Then, how could have they escaped without being noticed? Then the masterminds have created fake heads for their jail beds in an attempt to trick the security staff into believing they are still in their cells. The three men used whatever materials they had to make their fake heads. To surprise everyone, they have added actual human hair clip bangs from the barber shop atop the papier-mâché heads. The fake heads give the wanted criminals enough time to reach the roof and also cut the bolt. That being said, leaving the building is only one part of the strategy. In the event that someone is able to break out of Alcatraz, they must deal with 6 watchtowers and a 20-foot barbed wire fence. Even if the prisoner is able to get beyond these barriers, they will still have to deal with the unsafe waters of San Francisco Bay. That is why they should figure out how to get through the coastline. The escapees created a cunning scheme involving transforming their raincoats into an inflated raft and multiple life jackets. They have also made paddles out of scrap wood and plywood that they find around the jail facility. The three inmates sail their raft into the dangerous seas of the Bay of San Francisco at around 10 o'clock at night, never to be seen again. Everyone was completely confused when it was discovered that these detainees had vanished the next morning. The FBI is then contacted to start looking into the matter. The most valuable source of information for the investigators, Alan West, has already been identified as the fourth escapee. To prove it, he has an imitation front on his vents and a papier-mâché head. According to him, they have traveled 2 miles north to Angel Island instead of just 1 mile south to San Francisco. Over 17 years after this jailbreak, on December 31st, 1979, the FBI legally closed the case. The United States Marshals have received the file. It was a quiet case until 2003. U.S. Marshal Michael Dyke makes the decision to spend time observing everything in an attempt to see if he can add anything to this well-known tale. He finds a report on stolen cars that shows the men made their getaway on the night that a 1955 blue Chevy was stolen. 3 men were seen inside the car, according to the first eyewitness. The committed officer discovered a great deal more details on the incident. However, no one has ever fully figured out the story's puzzle. There has never been any documentation of their deaths. They continue to be among the 20th century's biggest mysteries.